Woo! There's a lot. We're just looking at each other, just like, are you gonna say something funny? Are you gonna say something?
Why are we delaying the inevitable? Press the button.
Well, hello, and welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Hayden. With me I have Tom.
Hi, Tom.
And Mitch.
Hey!
I knew you were gonna do that.
Today, we're discussing news and reviews. If you listened to our Monday episode, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you getting through it. Every week we do 2 episodes if you're new to this, and by all means, introduce yourself to our social media. Mitch.
Well, you can go to entertainthis.podcast.com. You can also go to our Twitter, which is @thisentertain. You can also go to our Instagram, which is entertain.this. You can go to our TikTok, which is entertainthis! Or you can go to our YouTube, which is entertainthis!
Right. And our Twitter following is growing exponentially.
If you're one of those new followers, we appreciate you listening in.
So please interact with us, and we'll find ways to include you on our podcast, ask questions, give us ideas for trivia, and we'll give you shout-outs and whatnot. So today, news and reviews. But before we begin, we have punishments. That's right. Every week on our Monday episode, we do trivia. The loser, which was me, has
and me, because Tom gave us 2 sets of trivia.
Yeah.
So don't you have to do trivia next time?
Did you?
Yes.
Do trivia? Oh,
Yeah.
I do. Okay. Well, then I'll crank it out. So if you listen to this most recent Monday episode, Mitch tried Jeopardy trivia, and that was fun until Tom came back from the bathroom.
I get hit in the bathroom lead.
And then, but the week before, which is what we're doing the punishments for this to go around, Tom did trivia, and me and Mitch both punished each other, but we were nice about it. So
I wanted to make sure Hayden went first and told me what the punishment was for me
Before
I just gave him the slide off.
you're so untrusting, Mitch.
I guess, yes, I am.
Let me gauge how bad I'm gonna give this to you.
So I'll go first. I had to watch Demon Slayer.
Yes.
And I said I'd only watch 3 episodes. Actually, I watched 7 episodes.
It's not that bad.
It's an enjoyable anime, you know.
Tom didn't like it.
It's basically vampires. I don't know why they call them demons.
Yeah, because they drink blood, but they have different powers and stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever. Vampires is a intangible kind of term nowadays. Anything, whatever. So
Monster thing.
Yeah,
Monsters, etc. Things.
So I can't pronounce any of the characters' names, so I'm just gonna call them like what they are, like that guy. I'll tell you what. I'll pull it up so I don't butcher it too bad. So the main character, Tanjiro.
Yeah.
He is a kid living out in the woods with his family. Goes off to go sell some stuff, into a local town that's about a day away. And his family gets eaten by vampires, except
Demons.
for his demons. Except for his sister, who's like turning into one. But since she hasn't fed on somebody yet, she's not like full blown.
Yeah, and they got to put like the thing in her mouth so she doesn't bite anybody.
Right, they put like a bamboo stick.
She's just sitting there going, ow, ow.
Yeah. And so then he like puts her in a box because she can't be out during the daytime. She'll die, which is vampire stuff.
sunlight.
He's just walking around with her like on a backpack.
Yeah. And he goes on a quest to become a demon slayer.
Yeah.
And essentially he gets trained by this guy with the Tengu mask, demon mask.
Yeah.
And he learns how to like do crazy sword attacks and cut a boulder, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The short of it is like he goes and to the final solution, whatever it's called.
The final solution.
What show did you watch?
This final test.
Well, Tom didn't see this season, so
Oh.
he saw the 3rd season.
Oh, well, that's your fault, Tom.
Yeah, I saw the Village one.
Yeah.
Because the train one's the second one.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. I'm not there yet. But anyways, so he goes and passes his ultimate test and becomes like the best out of the little group of kids. They get crows, which I thought was pretty cool.
the pig-headed kid.
I'm not there yet. And then
Is he not in the first season?
He is in the 1st season, but the 1st season is 20-something episodes.
Oh, okay.
so then he hears about like the original demon guy, and he goes to town, finds out he's got like a wife and kids.
Yep.
And you're just like, that's kind of where it left off. So
It gets that, to me, that was the slowest part of the entire series. Like, because I watched everything that's been dubbed in English so far.
Yeah, the show's kind of like it has like it's kind of like MASH, where it has really like light switch effect of like drama and chaos and sadness,
And then comedy.
and then just like goofy comedy out of nowhere, and you're just like, what? I don't know. The beat's a little off putting, but the story's interesting.
You're to the point where really it starts to pick up with the action because they're fighting people after people after people from there on, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's the typical anime where they have to scream out their attacks as they're doing it.
That's the only way it works.
Yeah, but you're like, like you should know whatever sword style number 10 is. And I don't know what that is.
Imagine doing that like a real fight. Jab, haymaker,
Right hook. But see, you do that, you yell it out, and then you say,
kick him right in the nuts.
get that A-frame kick.
Falcon punch.
But I think the funniest part was when the guy comes to deliver the sword, and he looks like a awesome dude. He's got like this get up on and whatnot, and he's got this giant like samurai hat, and he's tilted down, and he's real serious. And then when the kid goes to get his sword, he like lifts his head up, and he's got this stupid mask on. Like the guy looks like he's got this like spout for a lip on it. And you're just like, what is this character?
And you're like, huh.
This is so dumb. But I'll finish it. I don't think I can watch it with my kids. There's
It's a lot of blood. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
And the third season gets to where it's a little more mature content.
Really.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
dismemberment.
That and basically they're prostitutes, like undercover prostitutes.
Interesting. Well, yeah.
they go into the red light district of China or Japan.
China.
Huge.
And then the kid, he trains for 2 years in like one episode.
Yeah.
And he doesn't change at all. And you're just like, so what? How old is he now? Because he looked like he was 15 at the beginning of the show, and now he's like still goofy.
Everybody knows you age differently in anime.
Yeah.
You age at the animator's discretion.
Like Goku's like what, 50 some odd years old?
Let's look at Ash.
That's true.
He's been 10 for most of our lives.
He's retired at 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I really like the art style.
Yeah, I do too.
The art style is really cool.
And I like the dynamic from when they're regular art to when he's doing the special move.
Yeah, it's all like kind of watercolored looking.
Yeah.
And the music's really good. I like the not the theme songs and stuff, but like the music they're playing during the combat and stuff like that. It's pretty. So yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah. Mitch,
These were not punishments.
No, we didn't punish each other. We mutually assured destruction. We had a Cold War kind of appeasement thing.
I watched the Chainsaw Man that Hayden had watched previously, and it's not really my kind of anime. It wasn't bad. It's just I just kind of got annoyed, like the way he's like pining after this one. I guess she's a demon character.
Yeah,
but like the what you call it, battles and stuff were kind of cool.
Yeah,
they were a little over the top goofy when his head turns into a chainsaw. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Yeah, when he had punished you with it, I saw like it came up on my. It was just like some dude with chainsaw hands, just his whole head, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it's goofy.
And like at the beginning of the first episode, they're like, he was some poor guy that was trying to work off a debt. So the guy drives up to him, hey, I'll give you $100 if you'll swallow this cigarette. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of fool?
Hey, it's $100.
Because he's a nobody, and all he wants to do is get laid. That's the whole point of the show. And so, like, essentially, the boss of this corporation that kills demons is like, yeah, I'll go to bed with you if you kill this masterful demon. And he's like, all right,
I'm in.
Well, like the beginning of the show, though, he starts off where because he owes a debt. He's talking about like, yeah, I sold my eye for this much, my left spleen for this much. It's like, what the?
Your left spleen. You just have the one spleen.
Dude, he's just
my spleen.
Did you finish it or did you get only?
I saw like 4 episodes.
Yeah,
that's all I watched. It just wasn't my thing.
It had good pacing and like the motivations are dumb, but like they're consistent. Like the reason why that character is the way that he is, they don't have like stupid character changes for no reason in the middle of the show. So that's you can't ask for that.
All of a sudden he just goes from chainsaw man to like hedge clipper guy.
Yeah.
Well, you said like there's the gun guy and all that. I didn't get to those, but
no, that's like you kind of know about him by the end of the show.
So like a silencer like comes out of like the fly of his pants.
He's like the most powerful demon. He's the one he has to kill, and he like demolishes an entire town with millions of people just with one shot. And that's
He's
like
Death Star Man.
and so Chainsaw Boy has to go kill him. Like that's the whole gist of the show.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't that bad. I'd give it probably a 6 out of 10. It just wasn't my cup of
It's
tea.
like, well,
I think Tom would like it.
Probably, because he likes those goofy things.
So
sometimes I like sophisticated stuff.
If it's British.
So there you go. That wasn't our not punishments for each other because we had a understanding for the last episode.
a truce.
So
I didn't enjoy this at all.
that being
This
said,
has backfired tremendously.
for the Monday episode, I do have to do Sharknado 6 because I legit got punished. So tune in for that wonderful review. Moving on to movies.
Welcome to the movies.
Man, I haven't heard that
Did
one.
you just Bogart this from AMC?
They don't use it anymore.
Are we good?
And please,
I feel like we're gonna get like copyrighted.
They can ask us to leave it first.
We're not important enough.
Someone from AMC actually has to listen to the show. All right, are we watching the whole thing? Is this the whole thing?
Talk through it. So what have you listened to?
All right. So I did a Tom. I watched an old movie.
Oh my god.
I
How old?
1992
All right, what movie?
of Mice and Men.
Oh, with John Malkovich.
Yep, and Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody at work about it, and I was like, what? I hadn't seen it, and I remember I think I read the book when I was really like in middle school or something like that, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Was that Steinbeck?
Yeah, Steinbeck, which is going to be depressing. That's all Steinbeck, like the Great Depression era kind of thing. So I watched it, and Gary Sinise actually directed this movie. It was his second movie on IMDb, and he directed it. I don't know how he got that deal, but it was not intended for a theatrical release. It did it at a festival, and it did well enough to eventually get a theatrical release, but I think it was limited.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get a lot. They only got 5.5 for their box office. That being said, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well paced. It was shot beautifully. The characters were well defined. John Malkovich playing Lenny was a really, like, he knocked it out of the park, playing that simpleton, strong guy. I don't know how they made John Malkovich look huge. I don't know how tall he is in real life, but
God save the puppies.
Or if Gary Sinise is really tiny.
that's true too. But all the other characters that were around him, like they would do things where, he's not the smartest man,
I'm not a smart man, Jenny.
but he's really strong. So like they're loading
Squishes puppies.
burlap sacks full of barley into a wagon.
He's just yeeting them
Yeah.
like it's a keg toss. He's like, woo!
And that was fun to see. And then they have this one annoying girl who, is essentially a plot device. I think her name is called Curly's wife in the credits. Like
Isn't she a promiscuous broad?
She is. She's like, she's always trying to get guys to go to the barn with her. And she's like, it sure is hot out here, not like the barn. And you're like, all right, lady, calm down.
It's like, stop it, you slut.
So she tries to get with Gary Sinise's character, George. And, he knows that that's trouble because the boss's son is Curly, she's married to. And
Is Curly aware of his
oh, yeah.
wife's antics?
But he beats it up to help, essentially, Gary Sinise and all the other people.
My wife's cheating on me. Come here, hired hand.
Yeah, but he's got short man syndrome. He's a little guy who's like a welterweight boxer, and he wants to target big dudes because he thinks
You knock down big dudes, you're tough.
So he beats up on Lenny for a good bit, and finally George is like, "Get him, Lenny!" and then just like grabs his hand and like crushes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's lots of stuff like that. And then, Lenny loves stuff too much. So he ends up accidentally killing a little puppy. And then the little girl, the wife goes to like check on him, and she lets him touch her hair. And you can tell there's like, they're not trying to go off the deep end with like, he's a grown man with a mind of a child, but like gets aroused, and doesn't know how to
express it.
Yeah. So he just like grabs her head, and she's like, "Let me go!" And then she starts screaming, and then he like freaks out and snaps her neck. That's the whole of the movie.
Yeah.
And then of course the climactic ending where he's like, George, tell me about the place we're gonna have. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get this place. He's like, what about the rabbits? He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be tended to the rabbits. He just shoots him in the back of the head.
Bow!
So like his last thought is a happy thought. You know,
They pulled a Walking Dead before the Walking Dead
Yeah.
of Look at the Flowers.
Yeah, the last thing that went through his mind was that bullet.
Yeah, and then the movie basically just ends at that point. You know, it's a classic movie. It's got a lot of like of the time stuff going on, like people just hopping on trains to try and find work in different places, and like if you commit a crime in one area, you
Just
can
leave and go somewhere
You
else.
just leave and go somewhere else because it's like no one's chasing you.
Exactly. And you know, like they have the black dude from Terminator 2. He's the black guy in this movie, and his deal with racism and stuff like that. And you know, that's there's a lot. Like obviously, you probably couldn't play this in like middle school for today.
I saw it in school.
I saw it in high school.
Yeah, I saw it when I was in high school.
You can't do that today. But you know, I think that if you want to know what times were like back then, from the words of Steinbeck, you know, that would be a pretty good set piece to understand.
We read the book, and then we watched the movie once everyone had read the book.
Yeah,
Which I thought was dumb. It's like, why don't we just watch the movie?
because you got to read, Tom.
Yeah, but why am I going to read the book and then watch the movie like within like times of each other? It's like, why don't you just show me the film
'Cause
or
you have
make me read the book? Pick one.
Compare and contrast the differences of the film and the movie and the book.
Yeah, Tom. God.
Learn.
So,
Do some learning around here.
I don't want to learn.
anyways, it satisfied that like old school '90s itch for a movie. You know, shot on film. It had like the fades and stuff like that for editing. It was really well edited, and so I give it an 8 out of 10. I think that you know, I could see why it kind of gets lost over the years with like all the big movies that came out of the '90s and stuff like that. And Steinbeck is kind of controversial for today's audience, but you know, I don't think it should be forgotten about. So yeah, there you go. There's my movie.
Most things are controversial now for today.
That is true. Moving on, TV.
History began on July 4th, 1776.
Don Swanson. Everything before that was a mistake.
Stay thirsty, my friends. Is this a commercial?
you got the Dos Equis guy in there.
70s.
You can change your life.
Anyways, I watched a TV show, and it was The Night of the Living Dead, which is a movie, but
I saw it on TV, so that means it's a TV show. Ha! Plot hole.
no, I watched a show called The Last Drive-In. It's on AMC. Technically, it's got 20 seasons, but only the last 5 seasons have been produced by AMC. But it's hosted by John Bloom, which is a.k.a. Joe Bob Briggs, and Diana Prince, which also goes by Darcy the Mail Girl.
The male girl.
But they basically just watch older, mostly horror movies, and then they give you like a lot of behind the scenes stuff at the beginning, and then as you watch, like during the intermissions and stuff, they'll like what would normally be commercial breaks, they give you more behind the scenes stuff of what's currently happening as you're watching the movie, which is pretty neat because like at the beginning they talked about how the copyright for Night of the Living Dead was from the first time it was seen, it had no copyright.
Really?
Because when they put the movie out, the first time it was ever put on a screen, the copyright had been covered up because it was originally like Night of the Ghouls or something like that. And they for whatever reason, the production company was like, well, we can't have ghouls. So they changed it to the Living Dead. And when they did, they just basically put a piece of something over the screen,
Right.
and it covered up the copyright.
Whiteout.
So it was in the public domain from the moment it got put on the theaters.
Whoops.
But they give you a lot of cool insider stuff like that, which was it was pretty neat to hear. The Joe Bob Briggs guy, sometimes he goes off on tangents about random stuff.
Yeah.
But it's fun to just be able to hear all the different things. They have different guests. Sometimes, depending on the movie, they'll try and get guests that either produced or actors from the movie that
Had
they're
something to
talking
do with
about.
it.
Yeah. They do a lot of comedic intermissions kind of stuff where, like, there's one where Darcy pushes out this cake that somebody's supposed to jump out of. And he's like, you do realize we're on public television. It's like, the person I want to jump out is not supposed to be jumping out of this cake on public TV. And then it's he was some goofy guy that was another, like, show host of something.
You just open it up and a butt comes out and just goes.
But, basically it took a movie like Night of the Living Dead is 96 minutes long, and it turned this show. It's 181 minutes for this one episode. Because they're cutting in and out, explaining like the racism that could have been construed with the main character of the Night of the Living Dead getting shot at the end. Yeah. So
they cut it out.
Well, no, I'm saying like they cut out to an intermission and they kind of explained like this was a theory at the time. Because they didn't like that. There was a black man backhanding a white woman on screen and all that kind of stuff. And he talks about that. And
I was researching a good bit of of Mice and Men and how there's been different cuts for TV since that movie has come out to negate all the racism and stuff like that. And like, there's a huge following in. I think Tom Hanks is one of the big ones in Hollywood to try and keep films the way they are.
Yeah.
Because like for instance, The Godfather, where he's like, I don't sell drugs, but give the heroin to the joggers because they don't have any souls.
Yeah.
Like that's a line that's been used. He doesn't say joggers originally.
Yeah.
So, and then a lot of people are kind of on both sides of that. Like, should we try and make a movie so it'll be viewed more by a modern audience so you can get, still some revenue and still some like interest into it?
Yeah.
Or should we keep things as they are? And I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of on the historical aspect of it.
I agree. I mean, I think we should keep it as it is because at the time that's what it was. I mean, to change it now defeats the purpose of even having the movie.
Yeah, and you can look at it from a standpoint of learning, like that's the way the world was back then.
That's history. I mean,
we're completely different. So it's like trying to, like, for instance, people who don't want to even mention the word Holocaust and stuff like that. It happened. It was a terrible thing. We shouldn't shy away from it.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, this show is really cool. It ends up having between 7 to 10 episodes a season, but each one is like a lower budget horror movie for the most part. It's movies like Night of the Comet. I think there's Night of the Living Dead. They had the Ginger Snaps and different things like that. It's mostly low budget horror movies, but it is neat to hear the behind the scenes stuff that's going on if you're into that stuff.
Yeah.
Which if you're listening to us, that's probably more your idea because we talk about more than just the movie itself.
Right. Yeah.
So I think it's worth watching. I'm going to watch some more of these movies. Even though they're bad movies, it's fun to hear more about them.
What's great about bad movies is the story about how they got made is always more interesting than the movie itself.
Yes.
So.
Well, because another thing he talks about for the Night of the Living Dead movie is like they made this movie with around $6,000.
Yeah.
Because all their investors were people. Those were the zombies. All their investors became the zombies. Like a butcher invested. He's the one that donated the meat that they eat, quote unquote. They said I think one of the main investors played. I forgot the character's name, but he's the guy that's locked in the basement with his wife and kid.
Yeah. And
it's actually his wife and kid. So I mean, they became the actors. So
I mean, that's smart. You hire the butcher to invest, and you feed the cast and crew while they're live on camera.
Yeah,
that's just checking off a lot of boxes at once.
They did talk about that because they actually used the radio to broadcast for the movie. Somebody talking over the radio instead of just like ADR it like we do nowadays. Yeah. They said they had to actually put out a disclaimer in the area that they were in, so it wasn't like a War of the Worlds situation where people thought it was real.
That's funny.
But
that is still like one of the most interesting things I'd ever heard. That like a town like attacked a water tower just because Orson Welles was that convincing.
He's quite convincing. Have you ever listened to those?
No, Joey has the rights to it.
I think he does. I don't know if he has the rights to that specifically.
I thought he said he did.
Yeah,
the original
War of the Worlds by Orson Welles.
Maybe we should have
somebody we know.
We should probably get him on the podcast and have him play.
Who's been on the podcast twice, 3 times?
Get him to play the blurb. He did one of our big live episodes.
Yeah.
So,
But it's a fun show. Like I said, I'm gonna watch more of it. I've tried to contact them through Twitter, talk to them. I've spoken to Darcy the Mail Girl kind of briefly, just back and forth once or twice, but that's about it. But like I said,
when you said, "Hey, how many Y's did you put?"
Oh, yeah, he's insinuating like. Never mind. Moving on to.
We'll explain it to you later.
Okay. Anyways, video games.
It's like a cassette tape in the beginning.
Putting it
because it reminded me like the cassette bit like at the beginning of Vice City. where you hear the cassette load up and then
That's
it goes
true.
to video, kill the radio star.
Yeah.
Anyway, I played a game, Only Up.
Did you go down?
Yeah, I did. So this game came out May 24th of this year, made by SCKR Games. It's a platformer. It is incredibly difficult. I did not beat the game. The premise of the game is to just go only up. And I'm a great platform gamer.
The best.
I'm one of the greatest ever in the world. The longest I went was about 15 minutes of walking slowly and carefully, methodically, making my way up.
Out of context, Tom has trouble getting over the rocks in Call of Duty.
Everyone has trouble getting over the rocks in Call of Duty. They're not mantable. It's stupid.
Only one out of the three of us do.
I don't even get like the notification or like whatever to press A to vault. My game's like, nah.
Well, they're just not wasting their time.
But I'm sitting here, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard for this game, so I like turn all the sensitivity down. You got WASD to move, and then you got to hit shift to run, space to jump, and if you like double tap control, you can roll. And then I'm just going with your hand spazzing out all over the keyboard. It is one of the most nerve-wracking games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that far. Like, even like at the very beginning, like where you start making it up like in this favela and then you start making your way to like pipes or whatever. I was sweating. Like I was like wiping off my hand and I was like, oh my God. Because I don't want to fall. It was, you get creepy.
You should play Portal.
No, I don't want to play Portal.
Yeah, you should.
Only Up was hard enough.
Yeah. Imagine that with like a crazy puzzle involved into it.
No, I don't want to do that. Graphics wise, really, really good.
Yeah.
I actually had to update my NVIDIA graphics card before I could play it.
Nice.
But
Well, you do have a lot in one spot too. Like a lot of things. It's not separated into levels.
it's all one continuous. There's no cutscene. You can't save. Nothing.
If you die, you die.
If you fall, like you fall.
If you stop playing, you got to start over.
If you quit the game, you're back on the floor.
Is it multiplayer?
Nope.
Okay.
That would be fun though.
No.
As long as there was collision in it.
You just start pushing people off.
No, because no. Because like just when I start getting the hang of it, start doing good, one of you's gonna dive bomb out of nowhere, grab my ankle, and just go wee.
So like Gang Beast physics where you just grab them.
I'll catch you.
I'd rather play Gang Beasts. This game was just like nerve wracking because like the whole time like when I made like the longest run was like 15 minutes and then I fell and like I just like leaned back like in my chair and I was just watching my guy fall and I was like because at first like I panicked I was falling and I'm looking like underneath like what can I grab and there was nothing. So I'm just falling and I'm like going through clouds and I just like drop my mouse and I just lean back. I'm staring at my laptop and I just put my hand on top of it and just like closed it. And I was like, I had to get up, like walk around.
You still listen to your guy screaming on his way.
But I mean, it is.
Is it PC only?
Yeah, right now it's only on Steam.
Okay.
It's one of the most popular games right now. That and still BattleBit, but that'll be for news.
Yeah.
But the game's also weird.
Yeah.
Like you got a random voiceover person who's like talking about like really deep stuff at you. And then there's an elephant that talks nonsense at you. Like he's giving you the business.
Okay.
Like a giant elephant is just like, you're just going to fall. You suck. And it's like, well, screw you, elephant guy. There's like random jump scares, like false floors all of a sudden. Like we watched Tim the Tatman, who made it way further than I did.
Yeah.
Then again, he was playing for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
He managed to claw his way to that point.
So is there an end?
There is.
Yeah.
When I downloaded it, because right now it was on sale. It's still on sale as of this episode. You can get the game for like $6.99 or whatever on Steam. I forgot what I was saying.
Well,
Does the Tatman falling? Is
Oh.
on sale?
Yeah, it was on sale. I haven't. Oh yeah, it gave the like how many people have actually beaten the game, and like got the achievement for doing it, and it was only like 8% of players.
really?
There's
And
somebody
in
that
this game has like millions of downloads, but there's people speed running the game in like 10 minutes or like 24. But I mean, there's one part I got to where you can jump on beds that are just free floating in the sky, and you launch yourself many feet, and like if you miss, you missed.
Yeah.
There's no recovery. There's no safety netting. There's no guardrails. It's just if you try to do these
Is it first
exploits.
person?
No, it's third.
Third person. Okay.
I think you can do first person, if I remember from looking at the site.
Somebody's gonna mod it and put guns in multiplayer.
Only up the multiplayer.
Yeah.
He's at the iceberg. But the game, I mean, it for just a stupid concept. If you really think it's just no, just go only up, and it's just this like Everest platformer. It's actually really well done.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
It's not fun, Hayden. It's not fun at
I
all.
would enjoy it.
No, you wouldn't.
I like platformer games.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Well,
You can play after this episode
I don't know if we have time.
if you have time.
All right.
I would give this game a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. News. Oh, you didn't change this one? No. In the world of news, specifically movie news, Mel Gibson has announced Passion of the Christ 2.
Anyway, over to sports. Mitch.
Specifically, Passion of the Christ Resurrection.
Passion Reloaded. He has a chance to make a spoof movie, and it would be probably amazing.
He describes.
Could you imagine a spoof movie directed by Mel Gibson?
He has two scripts. One which is pretty standard and regular, and he has another script that he describes as an acid trip, which I'm sure that the Christian community is all about. He's talked about the fact that the reason why he's pushing for it to happen now. He wanted there to be decades in between the two movies. What are we at? When did the movie come out? Like 2005, 2004?
It was the 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah, we're about two decades around.
But like, it's the whole story of Christ, though. Like, crucified, dies, the whole deal.
Does he come back in the end of that? I can't remember.
As what, a Force ghost?
In the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes back as a Force ghost.
He gets up and you can see that there's a hole in his hand.
Yeah.
From where he was on the
Because he was
cross.
secretly a Jedi.
Well, this one will focus on the miracle of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, played by Jim Caviezel, so he'll be back for that one. And it could be considered the more controversial part of the movie. Okay. So, yeah, I think Mel Gibson, doing another Jesus movie, interesting idea. A lot of people were kind of like, what's he going to do? In the beginning with the first one, and, like, the Christian community took that and ran with it. They loved it as visceral and gory, and
because it was true to life.
yeah. So we'll see what he does with the more because when Jesus dies, he goes to hell, and gets the keys of hell and releases people according to the Bible and stuff like that. Yeah, and
I don't know which one you read, but okay.
yeah, it's what happens. He releases a bunch of people and basically redoes how the afterlife works for the Christians and things. So it'll be interesting to see how that is portrayed in all this. Yeah. So I think kind of going more into the supernatural aspect of the Christian faith and seeing how that's portrayed, or if he's just going to do the whole Jesus is back. We're going to talk about the last few months that he was on Earth or whatever before he ascends into the heavens. So
No, he gets hunted down because he came back from hell. He's a demon.
he's a zombie.
Now there's going to be here's our new apostles. What were you guys' names? Sam, Dean,
Yeah. So
Sammy.
well, I thought that was interesting, and I'm sure I don't know who's producing it, if it is going to be produced. I think it might just be Mel Gibson trying to gain traction to get his movie off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do produce it and they throw a lot of money at it, what's funny is there's two faith movies that came out during Indiana Jones, and they both outsold Indiana Jones this last month.
I know one of them. I don't know the other one.
So there's something about freedom,
Yeah, Sound of Freedom.
and I don't remember the other one.
Yeah, I don't know the other one.
But yeah, they both outperformed because the Christian faith is very prevalent in America, and everything's about the local box office. So yeah, there you go. That's my movie news. Moving on to TV.
TV news. Well,
Button.
we're already in news.
Oh, okay. There's your button.
But in TV news, we have Heels Season 2 will be coming out on July 28th, which has been off TV for probably 2 years now because they had some, I guess, production rights or something like that. They had some struggles getting it re-put back on TV. They didn't really go into specifics why, but because it was supposed to come out back in January.
Yeah.
But this is the Stephen Amell and Alexander Ludwig small town wrestling show.
Small town wrestling.
It's pretty good. It's like a drama about two brothers both wanting to be the star and all that stuff.
Right.
But it comes back out on July 28th. Let's see. The next bit of news I had was Jennifer Garner is supposed to reprise her role as Elektra in Deadpool 3.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know, but
It's probably going to be for a bit.
I'm
it's going to be a bit.
And then there was a show or a movie called Crater on Disney Plus that Disney Plus has already removed because they were trying to cut down their content to where they had less stuff out there on
It came out already?
Yeah, it was out for 7 weeks and they've already removed it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It came out in May and they've already taken it off as in their process of eliminating, stuff that's on there that doesn't get watched as much.
Oof.
So
That stinks. I didn't know it came out.
yeah. And then also, because I had more movie stuff, you have there's going to be a new Chronicles of Narnia that's going to be made by Greta Gerwig, which is making the Barbie movie,
Okay.
but it's going to be a Netflix movie.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, Netflix is making 1 or 2 possibly Chronicles of Narnia movies that'll take place after the first 3.
I wonder if they're going to make characters gay and stuff like that and piss off a bunch of C.S. Lewis people.
I don't know.
That's probably going to happen.
But that's my news. What'd you have, Tom?
BattleBit has made $27 million in like 3 weeks.
Wow.
All because of obviously the shout out we gave that game on this show.
Yeah, obviously.
All the streamers and people playing. Also, they're it's just 3 dudes making this game, but they banned like a buttload of cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Like a massive ban wave happened. And like mid games, they were just like all of you were gone.
Yeah. I saw, like, for instance, Zelda. There's a lot of cheat exploits that can help you get through the game, and Nintendo, like, on a weekly basis is fixing those patches. Why does it take Call of Duty so long?
Oh, actually.
So I do have news.
Yeah.
They revamped Ricochet, where if you're suspected as a cheater, the game will put in ghost players for them
Like
to catch you pretty much cheating. Like if you're a cheater and you're aim locking to people and you got no recoil, this, that, and the other, and you shoot somebody, it'll put in an AI person in a building like near you. So when your aimbot locks to it, it knows you locked into it, and if you start shooting at it to try to get it, it'll register that you're firing at it, and then your guns will just disappear.
Well, Stone Mountain was talking about this in a video that I was watching. He actually said basically instead of just kicking them out immediately, they actually left them in basically to torture them.
Yeah.
Because they said like cheaters and stuff, they can be shooting, and if they're shooting you and they lock on, that their gun will just disappear. They'll be down to fist. So that, and then like, there was one like it'd be like quicksand where basically they can't hardly move.
Yeah,
So
they run like super slow,
they're
which
just-
you run slow in the game anyway.
They're doing things just to like torture them before they kick them out.
I mean, that's cool.
And they're also cracking down on controller cheats.
Yeah.
Like Cronus's and that.
And I found out that's why when we've been playing like the ranked, you see so many people getting kicked because not just cheaters, but anybody using those Cronus controllers
Yeah,
are
because
getting kicked out.
all it is just like a third party like piece of hardware you put in, like you plug your controller in and that goes to the console, but you download the specs for what you want, and the game does like beyond human like recoil control for you anyway. So you can literally just laser people pretty much at aimbot level.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like it was undetectable, but now they're figuring out how to do it.
But like this Battle Bits and other games that are like just within days fixing a lot of exploits that people are picking up off of.
Yeah.
Why does it take Call of Duty years?
Because
Call-
Activision hates you.
Well, because Call of Duty was making money either way. So
Yeah. BattleBit now is making money, but they're still producing a good game.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just disappointing.
Fortnite released they're only up. Fortnite only up.
all right, let's cash in on somebody else's
So
stuff.
there's your multiplayer.
That's pretty much it. They literally like, oh, we're going to do that now too. So I'm sure Call of Duty is right around the corner. And it's just a rock. It's like, get over that 4-foot rock, and everybody's just like running into it, like humping the side of it.
Does Fortnite at least pay them for that?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I doubt
Is
it.
that part of their 20?
They probably just, it's literally Fortnite only up.
Like, if they're using a name, they have to make money off of it. So
I don't know if they're making any money off of it or if they're just being mischievous.
yeah, Fortnite. Like it's funny. The game, the original concept for the game was just to fight zombies and make shacks, and now it's so far from that concept because they're just ripping off of movies and video games. That are
Yeah,
coming
you're
out.
running around as like Captain America and Darth Vader. They have lightsabers in the game now.
Okay.
I mean, you can be Transformers, anything that's popular at the moment, it gets turned into something.
I never liked Fortnite at all.
Well, it was kind of fun when there was no building.
Then the building thing, just like that became an aspect of the game that like you had to know how to do it, like flawless and fast, just to have a chance.
It's not for me. I don't know.
I liked PUBG when it first happened.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, we'll go back and be like, oh, this is nice. Not much has changed.
Yeah.
But then we're like, all right, nothing's changed.
Because after a while, you're just like, the controls are still janky as hell, and it's not good. And then we end up back in Warzone.
I still say they're better than Call of Duties. But, you know.
And then we play Gang Beasts.
It's all right.
We played Gang Beasts. That was a lot of fun.
It was funny, but it was annoying.
When I got yeeted into the furnace, like 2 seconds.
I just feel like when I play Gang Beasts, I press the button, and like 3 seconds later, my guy goes, grab something.
Yeah.
Mitch was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
There was one we were on like a furnace level, and like this dude, like he spawns next to me. He just looks at me, just goes, like headbutts me, knocks me out, picks me up, and just throws me into it like the incinerator. Yeah. And I think Mitch, I heard it was like, ah!
Well, it's because like as I'm going up the steps, all of a sudden I just see Tom's character go in the bottom of my screen, and whoop!
It's like wee. Because like me, like I started trying to grief people for Mitch because I had won a game, and I was like, I'm gonna get this guy, and like I would just get like knocked out. Like I'd run into like everybody, and then like I got picked up by an octopus and drowned.
They had somebody that was helping another guy win. I can't believe somebody would do something like
I know, so blatant, so ridiculous.
It got down to the two of them, and the other guy just jumped off and let the other guy win.
That's lame.
Because I mean, I was at least playing to fight Mitch if we got to that point.
Be just the last of you. So, all right, well. Is that it for news?
That's pretty much it for news.
Yeah. We got anything else we want to do before we wrap this up?
Well, I can try and see if this will work. I don't think it's edited for it, but we'll see. Let me find it. Ah, there it is.
Ah,
there it is.
Right there.
These might be MP4, not MP3s.
There it is. As long as it's not an MP5.
That's true.
It's the best submachine gun ever made. You shut up. Just because you can do the MP.
These are all MP4s. I have to edit them. I hadn't edited them yet. So
okay.
Lame.
Well, I guess that's it for this news and reviews episode.
It makes up for the extra long one on Monday.
That's true. We did go pretty long for reasons.
Yeah.
I had to poop. I'll be honest about it.
But tune in next week for Monday episode where we'll do more trivia. I haven't decided what it is yet. I'll figure that out later. And we'll have our news and reviews for Thursday's episode. If you have any ideas or anything that you want us to look into, ideas for punishments, hit us up on social media, entertainthispodcast.com, or our Twitter, which is
@ThisEntertain.
And let us know. All right. Well, goodbye from
I just like how Mitch said it.
Goodbye from Mitch. Goodbye from Tom.
Bye, Tom.
And goodbye from me. And goodbye.
Stop.
I don't mean to. It's so simple.
Yes, you do. You literally, it's like, it's muscle memory. You're just like, yeah, with the headphones on the mic to make it think. Guys, we need to do that episode. It's like the back bit of every episode. You just hear us like talking to each other. It's like, welcome to behind the scenes.